Hi Nana. We were learning chemical properties of sulfuric acid. Okay. So in that we have discussed about the chemical reaction of dilute sulfuric acid with metal carbonates. So now we will discuss some more chemical reactions shown by dilute sulfuric acid. Okay. So next one is reaction with metal bicarbonates. Reaction of dilute sulfuric acid with metal bicarbonates. Metal bicarbonates means they are also called as metal hydrogen carbonates. Metal hydrogen carbonates. They are also called as metal hydrogen carbonates. Okay, right. Metal bicarbonates are also called as metal hydrogen carbonates. Generally, like how metal carbonates reacts with the dilute sulfuric acid, in the similar fashion, even metal bicarbonates also reacts with the dilute sulfuric acid. Metal bicarbonate, when reacted with the dilute sulfuric acid, what happens? Generally any carbonate or bicarbonate, when react with any acid, they liberates carbon dioxide gas. Okay, they form salt and water. So here also metal bicarbonate, not only with the dilute sulfuric acid, metal bicarbonate upon reaction with any dilute acids, they form salt, water, and also they liberate carbon dioxide. Okay, suppose if it is sulfuric acid, it forms sulfate salt. If it is HCl, then it forms chloride salt. If it is sulfuric acid, it is sulfate salt. If it is hydrochloric acid, it forms if it is sulfuric acid, it forms a sulfate salt. If it is hydrochloric acid, it forms a chloride salt. If it is nitric acid, it forms a nitrate salt. But here in this case, we are discussing about dilute sulfuric acid. Hence, no need of discussing about these things. So here the salt which is formed is sulfate salt. Okay, sulfate salt, water, and carbon dioxide gas is liberated. For example, take sodium bicarbonate. Sodium bicarbonate, when reacted with dilute sulfuric acid, it forms a sodium sulfate. Water. Okay, it forms a sodium sulfate, water, and carbon dioxide gas is liberated. If you take a copper bicarbonate, with dilute sulfuric acid, okay, dilute sulfuric acid, here also dilute sulfuric acid, so it forms copper sulfate. Okay, water is liberated, copper sulfate. Okay, water is liberated, and also here 2H2, water is liberated, and also what, carbon dioxide gas is liberated. Okay, carbon dioxide gas is also liberated. So like this, generally metal carbonate, when reacted with any acid, they form salt, water, and carbon dioxide. As it is a dilute sulfuric acid, it forms a sulfate salts. Okay, so like this, reaction with metal carbonate, reaction of dilute sulfuric acid with metal carbonate can be discussed. Next is reaction with metal sulfides. Reaction of dilute sulfuric acid with metal sulfides, with metal sulfides. Okay, metal sulfides. Sulfides means generally SO3 minus 2 will be present. Okay, along with metal, positive charged metal may be +1 or else +2, and sulfite SO3 minus 2 is present. Okay, metal sulfides. Okay, right. So if you see general equation, metal sulfide when react with dilute sulfuric acid, okay, when react with dilute sulfuric acid, even in this case also it forms metal sulfates. M sulfate means metal sulfate, water is liberated, and instead of carbon dioxide, here the gas which is liberated is sulfur dioxide gas. Okay, in this case sulfur dioxide gas is liberated. Sulfides will liberate sulfur dioxide gas. Okay, suppose if bisulfides like metal sulfides, even metal bisulfides also will be will react with sulfuric acid. So in that case also the same products are formed. So now we will discuss about metal sulfides. For example, sodium sulfite when react with a dilute sulfuric acid, it forms a sodium sulfate. Sodium sulfite, okay, will react with a dilute sulfuric acid to form sodium sulfate, water, and SO2 gas is liberated. Okay, so like this. So one example I have given, so that's enough. So we may discuss any examples, any number of examples we may discuss, but this is the general thing. So if you know this one, then we can write we can take any metal and we can give examples for any metal. Okay, right. Next, here the reaction is with metal sulfides. Now we will discuss about metal bisulfides. Reaction of sulfuric acid with metal bisulfides. How the reaction? Even with metal bisulfides also the same types of products are formed. Okay, a reaction of dilute sulfuric acid with metal bisulfite. Metal bisulfite means HSO3 minus, okay, M plus or +1 or +2 or +3 maybe, it may be. So this one will be HSO3 minus. So this is bisulfite radical or else bisulfite ion. Okay, see, in this case also the same products are formed. So general reaction, I will write the general reaction like this: metal bisulfite when react with dilute sulfuric acid, the same products are formed. It forms metal sulfates. M sulfate means metal sulfate, water is formed, and also sulfur dioxide gas is liberated. That means this sulfur dioxide gas is liberated, okay, when dilute sulfuric acid is reacted with either with metal bisulfite or else with a metal sulfite. Okay, in both the cases dilute sulfuric acid is liberated along with the metal sulfate and water. So metal sulfate and water is common. These are common with metal carbonates, metal bicarbonates, metals, metal oxides, metal hydroxides. Okay, even with metal sulfides, metal bisulfides, in all these cases, so these two products are common. Compulsory, these two products are formed, except with metal, active metals. With active metals, instead of water, so hydrogen gas is liberated. So metal sulfates is formed in all cases, in all other cases. With when dilute sulfuric acid reacts with, so this is formed. This is formed when dilute sulfuric acid reacts with the metals, active metals. This is formed, and hydrogen is formed. When dilute sulfuric acid reacts with metal oxides, these two products are formed. When dilute sulfuric acid reacts with metal hydroxides, MOH means metal hydroxide, the same products are formed. When dilute sulfuric acid reacts with metal carbonates, MCO3 means metal carbonates, the same products. So these two, I am talking about these two. Okay, these two are formed in this case, in this case, in this case also. And even with metal hydrogen carbonate also, these two products are formed. The dilute sulfuric acid, when react with metal sulfide also, the same products are formed. Metal with metal sulfite. Okay, metal sulfite means MSO3. I am writing like this. With metal sulfite also, the same products are formed. Okay, with metal bisulfite, metal hydrogen sulfite, or else metal bisulfite also. With these two also, the same products are formed. Okay, but the additional product is, with these two, the additional product is carbon dioxide, and with these two, the additional product is sulfur dioxide. Okay, but with these two, only these two are formed. With these two, only these two are formed. But with metal, along with sulfate, instead of water, only hydrogen is formed, and this is not formed. Okay, so carbon dioxide is formed additionally along with these two. Additionally, carbon dioxide is formed in when dilute sulfuric acid reacts with either this one or this one. Okay, and additionally sulfur dioxide is formed when dilute sulfuric acid reacts with this either this one or this one. So so here, if it is carbon dioxide, then the acid reacts with either carbonate or bicarbonate, like that. Right. Next, even with metal sulfides. So 8th one I am writing here. I'll rub this one. I'll give an example for this one. Sodium bisulfite with dilute sulfuric acid. It forms a sodium sulfate. Okay, water and sulfur dioxide gas is liberated. Okay, sulfur dioxide gas is liberated. Okay, right. Now the next one is reaction of dilute sulfuric acid with metal sulfide. So here it is ite or else bisulfite. So here metal sulfide. So we'll learn the general reaction of this one. Okay, metal sulfide, any metal sulfide when reacts with dilute sulfuric acid, what are the products formed? The product formed is metal sulfate. Metal sulfate is formed. Okay, along with this metal sulfate, instead of water, Here hydrogen sulfide gas is formed. Hydrogen H2S gas is formed. Okay, H2S gas is formed. So this is common. This is common. Okay, got it. So here metal sulfide, for example sodium sulfide. Sodium sulfide when react with dilute sulfuric acid, it forms a sodium sulfate. Okay, and hydrogen sulfide gas, H2S gas is liberated. So what is the smell of H2S? It is a rotten egg smell. So the characteristic smell of H2S gas is rotten egg smell. So with the help of such a special smell, we can easily identify that the liberated gas is hydrogen sulfide gas. That means here this dilute sulfuric acid when react with metal sulfide, when this dilute sulfuric acid reacts with metal sulfide, in this case also metal sulfate is formed. Okay, so even in this case also metal sulfate. So in all these cases metal sulfate is common. Okay, metal sulfate and water is common in all these cases. This one. In all these cases, along with metal sulfate, water is common. Okay, but in all these cases, even these two are also included for the formation of metal sulfate. Okay, got it. All right. Now we will discuss about the oxidizing properties. We will discuss about the oxidizing properties of sulfuric acid. One more thing before oxidizing properties, we will discuss about the how this sulfuric acid is used for the preparation of more volatile acids. So that is also comes under chemical properties of sulfuric acid. So we will discuss about that one now. Preparation of more volatile acids. More volatile acids from concentrated sulfuric acid. From concentrated sulfuric acid. More volatile acids. See, concentrated sulfuric acid is a less volatile acid. Almost it is non-volatile. It is non-volatile. Almost it is non-volatile. What is the meaning of volatile? Suppose if you take this liquid, if you take any solid or liquid, okay, suppose if you keep it at room temperature, if you keep it aside, what happens? So it will liberate vapors. This substance will convert into vapors even at room temperature without heating also, or else with low heating also. If that substance converts into vapor, then that substance is said to be volatile even at room temperature also. Even at room temperature, that means very less temperature. Room temperature is very less temperature. So even at low temperature, or else even at room temperature also, if any substance if it converts into vapor state, then such substances are said to be volatile substances. Okay, but concentrated sulfuric acid is a non-volatile substance. It's a non-volatile acid. It's called as non-volatile acid. It's very its volatile is almost, because its boiling point is 338 degrees centigrade. So as it is having high boiling point, so it is a non-volatile, and it is very thick viscous liquid. It's a very thick liquid, thick and viscous liquid. If you see about more volatile acids, example hydrochloric acid, nitric acid, etc. So these are more volatile acids. Okay, so such acids can be prepared. More volatile acids can be prepared from concentrated sulfuric acid. That means non-volatile acid. It's a non-volatile acid. So how? How more volatile acids can be prepared from concentrated acid? See, these acids can be prepared from their salts. For example, take sodium chloride. From sodium chloride, or else from any magnesium chloride or sodium chloride. That means from chloride salts we can prepare hydrochloric acid. From nitrate salts, okay, from nitrate salts, so these are chloride salts, these are nitrate salts, these are some examples of nitrate salts. So from these salts, from chloride salts we can prepare hydrochloric acid. From nitrate salts we can prepare nitric acid, because in nitrate salts NO3 is present, in chloride salts Cl is present. So how these acids are prepared from these salts? Okay, when these salts are reacted with the concentrated sulfuric acid, okay, when these salts are reacted with the concentrated sulfuric acid, upon boiling, okay, when these salts upon boiling with the concentrated sulfuric acid above 200 degrees centigrade, above more than 200 degrees centigrade, the temperature more than 200 degrees centigrade, what happens? So these salts, okay, these salts are converted into sulfate salts. These salts are converted into sulfate salts, and this hydrogen will combine with the chlorine, okay, and forms hydrochloric acid. Okay, so like this, hydrochloric acid vapors are formed in the form of vapors. Hydrochloric acid is formed. Okay, in the form of vapor, the hydrochloric acid is formed. Okay, right. So here also, MgCl2, magnesium chloride, formula is MgCl2. When reacted with concentrated sulfuric acid, it forms what? Magnesium sulfate is formed. Magnesium sulfate is formed along with the formation of what? Hydrochloric acid, HCl. This hydrogen will combine with chlorine to form, okay, hydrochloric acid. So like this, so these are more volatile acids which are formed from less volatile acid or else non-volatile acid. So more volatile acid are formed from less volatile acid or else non-volatile acid. Okay, so like this, preparation of more volatile acids from concentrated sulfuric acid can be done. So this also can be explained under chemical properties of sulfuric acid only. And even with nitrates also, when these nitrates when reacted with concentrated sulfuric acid, that means we have to heat to more than 200 degrees centigrade. If the reaction mixture is heated to more than 200 degrees centigrade, what happens? Both of them will react with each other, okay, and liberates what? HNO3 vapors, nitric acid vapors are formed along with the formation of, so here sodium sulfate is formed. Sodium sulfate is formed, okay, along with the formation. This hydrogen will combine with nitrates, okay, NO3, hence it forms nitric acid. In the same way, magnesium nitrate when reacted with the concentrated sulfuric acid, okay, when the reaction mixture is heated above 200 degrees centigrade, it forms magnesium sulfate salt, okay, and hydrogens combine with the nitrates to form nitric acid vapors. Nitric acid vapors are formed. So like this, so this is also more volatile acid. So in this way, more volatile acids can be prepared from the concentrated sulfuric acid. Okay, so this is also studied under chemical properties of sulfuric acid only. Okay, next type of chemical properties is sulfuric acid. It can act as oxidizing agent. Sulfuric acid can act as oxidizing agent. Sulfuric acid can act as oxidizing agent. The oxidizing properties of sulfuric acid. Okay, oxidizing properties of sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid. What is oxidation? What is oxidation? Oxidation is nothing but what? Oxidation of any substance. It is nothing but either addition of oxygen. It is nothing but either addition of oxygen is called as oxidation, or removal of hydrogen, is called as oxidation. Okay, so here sulfuric acid, suppose if you heat sulfuric acid, upon heating this sulfuric acid, okay, what happens? This sulfuric acid, when it is heated, it undergoes thermal decomposition. That means it will break down upon heating. Sulfuric acid undergoes thermal decomposition. That means it will break down upon heating. So how does it break down? It breaks down into water, sulfur dioxide gas, and nascent oxygen is formed. Nascent oxygen is formed. Okay, so nascent oxygen is, it is called as it is generally nascent atoms, maybe nascent hydrogen or nascent oxygen or nascent chlorine. So here nascent atoms means only single atom. Okay, they are highly reactive. So here upon heating the sulfuric acid, what happens? It liberates nascent oxygen. Nascent oxygen, because of the liberation of nascent oxygen, what happens? This oxygen will oxidize the other substances. Okay, so this oxygen will attack the other substances. Okay, hence so through this oxygen, so because as sulfuric acid is able to form nascent oxygen, this sulfuric acid is said to be acting as oxidizing agent. Because upon heating it liberates nascent oxygen, and this nascent oxygen will oxidize the other substances. It will oxidize the other substances. Other substances means like non-metals or metals or other inorganic substances, etc. Inorganic substances, etc. Okay, etc. So like that. So other substances are oxidized by the sulfuric acid, because this sulfuric acid will produce nascent oxygen, and this nascent oxygen will oxidize the other substances. Hence sulfuric acid is said to be acting as oxidizing agent. Hence it shows oxidizing properties. Okay, for example, let us see with non-metals like carbon, sulfur, etc. Okay, see, let us see now this one. The basic thing is sulfuric acid, when heated, it forms water, sulfur dioxide gas, and nascent oxygen. Okay, so what happens? For example, if you take non-metals like a carbon may be taken in the form of coke. It may be in the form of coke, or it may be in the form of charcoal. Okay, so here coke or charcoal contains what? Carbon. Carbon is a non-metal. Okay, see what happens? Take a coke or charcoal in a test tube and add concentrated sulfuric acid to this one. What happens? Reaction takes place between this coke, that means this carbon, and concentrated sulfuric acid. Okay, when reaction takes place with this concentrated sulfuric acid, this carbon will converted. It is oxidized to carbon dioxide. That carbon is oxidized to carbon dioxide. See, we have to boil this mixture. So the mixture of concentrated sulfuric acid and coke. So upon boiling, we have to boil that mixture. Upon boiling that mixture, so what happens? So this sulfur dioxide, when it is heated, boiling means what? Boiling, that means we are heating this concentrated sulfuric acid. So what happens? Immediately it liberates nascent oxygen. So that nascent oxygen will attack carbon. So that means here carbon is taking 2 oxygens. That means this entire thing should be multiplied 2 times, so that we will get 2 oxygen atoms. So that means carbon will convert into carbon dioxide. So that means 2 sulfuric acid molecules are participating. So along with the formation of carbon dioxide, so what are the things formed along with this? Water and SO2 gas is also produced. Water and SO2 gas are also produced. So like this, this is an example for non-metal. Let us discuss one more example for non-metal. Sulfur. Sulfur when reacted with a concentrated sulfuric acid. So instead of carbon, we will take sulfur now. Generally sulfur is yellow in color. Sulfur generally it is yellow in color, whereas carbon generally it is black in color. Okay, carbon is generally it is black in color. So now here if you take sulfur powder, now you will take sulfur, and to that sulfur powder if you add concentrated sulfuric acid, so and that mixture is boiled. Why should we boil? Because upon boiling only that heating takes place. Sulfuric acid will liberate nascent oxygen. So what happened? This sulfur is oxidized to SO2. Sulfur is oxidized to SO2. That means here this sulfur is getting 2 oxygens. So that means the sulfur dioxide, one sulfuric acid will produce only 1 nascent oxygen. So that means we have to multiply this equation 2 times. So that's why I have taken 2H2SO4. What happens? It forms even these 2 also. That means H2O and SO2. So these 2 are SO2 only. So I can write 2 here instead of repeating that SO2. Okay, so this reaction takes place. So what is happening in this process? Non-metals like carbon, sulfur, they are oxidized. Carbon is oxidized to carbon dioxide, sulfur is oxidized to sulfur dioxide by sulfuric acid. Right. So that means, so this is an example for oxidizing properties of sulfuric acid. Let us discuss an example by taking metals also. Okay. So this is here by taking non-metals we have discussed. Now we will discuss about the oxidizing nature of sulfuric acid by taking some metals. Generally, metal when reacted with concentrated sulfuric acid, that means here also we have to boil. Only upon boiling or else when heating, this sulfuric acid will produce nascent oxygen. So in this case also we have to boil the concentrated sulfuric acid. So what happens in this case? This metal will combine with sulfate. It forms metal sulfate. Okay, it forms metal sulfate. Water is formed, and also sulfur dioxide gas is liberated. Okay, see in this case this metal, what is its oxidation number? What is its? It is in the form of 0. It is neutral. Okay, neutral means it is neither having positive charge nor negative charge. So now this metal, it is converted into metal sulfate. That means generally SO4 will be in the form of -2. That means metals will be in the form of +2. Or else two metal atoms like unipositive metals also will combine with a single SO4. So like this. So here what is happening? See this metal, it is converted into positive ion. Metals will convert into positive ion only upon losing electrons. Okay, so that means oxidation, it is also nothing but loss of electrons. Loss of electrons is also called as oxidation. So this metal, it is losing oxygen and converting into metal sulfate. Metal sulfate when reacted with concentrated sulfuric acid. So even in this case also, what is formed? Even in this case also, here, this metal, it is oxidized. Okay, the metals are oxidized to positive ions by losing electron. Loss of electrons is also called as oxidation. Okay, so like this the metallic property, here metals when reacted with concentrated sulfuric acid also, what happens? They undergo oxidation. So metals also will undergo oxidation and produces sulfate, water and sulfur dioxide gas. Okay, we'll take one more. We'll take an example for this. We'll take an example. Take copper plus concentrated sulfuric acid. Upon boiling this mixture, upon boiling the mixture of concentrated sulfuric acid and copper, what happens? So here it forms copper sulfate, okay, water and SO2 gas is liberated. So here copper is converted into copper plus 2. This copper, so in this copper is in the form of Cu plus 2. So copper is converted into copper plus 2. This copper is converted into this substance. This substance means here in this substance copper is in the form of Cu plus 2. That means copper is converted into Cu plus 2 upon losing electrons. So loss of electrons is called as oxidation. One more example. Zinc plus concentrated sulfuric acid. Okay, zinc plus concentrated sulfuric acid will form, okay, will form what? Zinc sulfate plus water plus sulfur dioxide gas is liberated. So like this is also another example. So here metals, with metals, these are the metals. So concentrated sulfuric acid when boiled or else when heated with the metals, what happens? These metals, they are oxidized to their salts. Metals are oxidized to their salts. So like this, the oxidation property of sulfuric acid, oxidizing property of sulfuric acid can be discussed. Okay, so we'll discuss about the other things in the next video.